two, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Okay, hello everybody. I'm live. All right, it's quiz time. Dr. Paul speaking. Are we good? Have I hit the right button? Have I got the wrong button? I might have come to the wrong place. Okay. There's a possibility that I'm in the wrong place. Just hang on a second. I may have pressed the wrong button. This wouldn't be the first time or the last time. Come on. No, looks like I'm in the right place. Hello. Right, okay, there's some people here. That was concerning me for a second. I thought I was in the wrong place. So, hello, Janie. Hello, Tim. Looking. Hello, Craig. Where is everybody? I don't know. I know they're here. They're here. It's okay. Everything's going to be all right. Hello, Louisa. Need to get a quiz, don't I? I'm sure I've said that before. Let's try and rustle up a quiz theme from the non-copyright music that we have here. Let's see, live streams. I've got this folder full of music that's okay to play on YouTube that doesn't incur any copyright. Let's try something here. Some of the old ones, some of the new ones. How's this sound? Oh, it's pretty boring. I don't think that's saying quiz excitement. Oh, it's time for the quiz. Oh, no, see, this is all sort of chosen to be background music. So none of it's particularly sort of... Let's try this. Oh, yeah. It's a bit more like it. Quiz. Quiz. Monday, Wednesday, Friday night, 7 o'clock. Dr. Paul, it's time for the quiz. Oh, yeah. Sometimes questions, many answers. That's the nature of the quiz. Ah, yeah. I see. I use this service called StreamYard, and occasionally it just decides to reset itself. Oh, there's no way he's going to want those settings again. Let's just reset them. You know what I mean? That's why you can't hear it. So when that happens, it freaked me out the first time, but I've just got to go down here. And that was a shame because I was in quite a good groove there. And I do that. You should be able to hear music now. Quiz. Come on, quiz. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Questions and answers. Blanco and Hexo. Pick 5. Same letter round. Picture round. Voices. Double or bust. 50-50, 50-50. Where am I? Mystery bag. So I don't know what you think about that as a candidate for a theme tune. I kind of need a theme tune. I need to make a wee song. Better than I thought it was going to be. Well, like your badge thing, Craig. What's that? It looks like a cat that's had drugs. University challenge. Aye, right enough. Oxford. Cambridge. Oxford. Brackets. Other college. Cambridge. Brackets. Other college. Oxford. Third college. Fourth college. Fifth college. London School of Economics. And maybe Manchester. Classist in it. Anyway, Bill the cat. Bill the cat from Bloom County. I kind of recognise that name, but I don't really know what it is. Jazz. Hello, everybody. Right, what time is this? Right, I've burned up all the time. I was sure I was going to... Telford College. University Challenge. That's University Challenge. Street Fighter Edition. That'd be good. That'd be good. University Fight Off. Like, in the octagon. Students fighting each other with no weapons. That'd be good. Gonna get that pitched. Did you see my pitch the other day? I pitched a new TV idea. Noel's Christmas House, right? So on the 1st of November, 50 orphans go into a Victorian-style workhouse. Noel Edmonds is the overseer. Mr. Blobby is his psychotic sort of enforcer. And the kids are given hard labour, just like a Victorian workhouse. I mean, it's mocked up like really well. And the rations are reduced every day, right? Until from the 1st of December, they get nothing at all. And if any kids die, then they die. But if any of the kids make it to the 25th of December, Christmas Day, then they get £1 million and their freedom. Noel Edmonds. I think it works. Anyway. Yeah. Okay, let's get the quiz on. Stop hanging about. Thanks for coming to do the quiz. I'm Dr. Paul. Nice quiz for you. I want you to share it. I want to share the quiz. Sharing is caring, folks, like rabbits. So can you hit that share button, please? Share it with your social network, your peers, and your betters and your worsies. Did anyone else get socks, splash socks for Christmas? I didn't. I did get socks. Oh, I've not passed that on, Bill, but I will do that. I wasn't on the computer at all today. So I've got a few prize things to catch up with, one of which is yours. Thank you very much. Most of the prize stuff from Boxing Day I've passed on. Boxing Day was brilliant. Thanks to everybody. Oxford and Cambridge would be bloodbaths considering how many individual unis there are. Yeah, and they probably got access to illegal weapons as well, I would imagine, quite a lot of them. What part does Jacob Rees-Mogg play? He can be the quartermaster. I think that would fit into Noel Edmonds' part workhouse, Christmas workhouse, death or millionaire game. Rees-Mogg would be in charge of the gruel and the bread. Yeah, I heard you got a fossil from Mr. Woods. We've got a last fossil from Mr. Woods tonight. It's one of the prizes, right? I better tell you about this stuff. Let's get on with it. It's already after 5 past. How to play. It's a quiz. You answer the questions. I said I was going to hit the first question at 5 past. It's going to be a little late, right? Answer the questions. Each round, there's usually 5 questions. You mark yourself after each round. After each round, I'll tell you the answers. You mark yourself. Obviously, that's wide open to abuse, but there's no prize for top score. So it's not a cheaty thing. It's just a quiz for quiz sakes, you know, because I know you all like it. Don't shout out answers unless I'm specifically asking you to. You can win prizes, and that's usually by shouting out answers when I'm specifically asking for an answer in the chat. Monday, Friday, Wednesday is the quiz, 7 o'clock most nights. I'm on tomorrow night, though. I'm doing 9 o'clock Hogmanay quiz for all you piss heads full of booze or folk who are taking it easy. Zoom quiz. I am available. Some of the folk here have had a Zoom quiz for their work. I think it all went pretty well. So I'm hoping to really set some more of those up in the new year. So I'm going to say every time, but I mean, if you're working, and if you're working remotely, especially, a nice wee treat for the staff. Say to your boss, just mention it to your boss, yeah. Or if you are the boss, just book me for God's sakes. All right, just say get that dotted ball in. It's only 95 quid. All right, and it's an hour. It's good fun. Right. Anyway, Deadpool. You've only got today and tomorrow left. You're probably going to be drunk tomorrow, so might as well do it tonight to get your Deadpool entry in for January. You have to predict the most famous person to die during January. If you do that, you win £1 million. Scratch cards. There's Joe saying highly recommend the Zoom quiz. Thank you, Joe. Yeah, we had fun. That was with Edinburgh Leisure. What else have I got to say? I don't think much. I think we can get started pretty soon. I'll tell you about some prizes tonight. Bread from James the Baker. And Mr. Wood's Fossils doing their last prize tonight. And we've had the meteorite, we've had the dino tooth, we've had the ammonite. Tonight we get the trilobite. It's 390 million years old. How's about that then? And there's Phil. Yes, thank you very much, Slingsby. Partners took a bit of the Zoom. That was earlier in the month. And that's still when I didn't quite know what I was doing. And he says it's great. So that must be all right because I'm better now. I know where the buttons are now. Right, okay. Here we go. Same letter round. Ready? Thank you very much, Phil. Thank you, Joe, for mentioning about the Zoom quizzes. Like I say, tell your boss. Right, okay. All right. Where are we? Same letter round. So the first round is 5 questions, and the 5 answers all begin with the same letter. So it's a big clue. All right. Once you get the letter, you're flying. Here we go. I'll go fairly quickly to catch up. We're starting about 5 minutes late here. So question number 1 is a sport name. From which sport did Mutaya Muralitharan retire in 2010, being one of the top-rated players of all time? Okay, Muralitharan, big name. A big name in which sport, though? Retired in 2010. Said to be one of the best players of all time in that particular sport. Team sport. All right. Number 2, music question. What's the name of the band from the US? Singer called Peter. And they had a string of hits in the 1970s and 1980s, including If You Leave Me Now and Hard Habit to Break. Absolute belters. But who's the band? The singer's called Peter. There's quite a lot of them, quite a big band. 70s and 80s, If You Leave Me Now and Hard Habit to Break, some of their big hits. Number 3, name the explorer who sailed across the Atlantic in ships, the Nina Pinta and the Santa Maria. They were all explorers, but who was the leader? Who was the boss of the expedition? All right, famous. The Nina Pinta and the Santa Maria are the ships. Who is the explorer who crossed the Atlantic? Number 4, which company produces a box of miniature chocolate bars under the brand name Heroes? So Heroes is the name of the brand. What's the umbrella brand? What's the company that put them out? Ah, good. Number 5, the Rings of Saturn. This is difficult. Hopefully you've got the letter by now. Which Italian astronomer of the 17th and 18th century gives his name to the gap between the rings of Saturn? There's a sort of large, there's a gap between the rings of Saturn, and they're named after this fella because he noticed the gap in his telescope. It's just a surname. The answer here is a surname. Okay, so have a guess if you're not quite sure, because hopefully you should have the letter by now. Remember, all the answers start with the same letter. I'm going to recap these questions for you very quickly, and then if you are ready, please tell me that you're ready, and I will know to move on. I'll try and move on fairly quickly. Right, number 1. Mutaya Muralitharan, retired in 2010, top-rated players in which sport? American band, singer called Peter. If You Leave Me Now, Hard Habit Break, hits in the 70s and 80s. Nina Pinta, Santa Maria. Carrie saying weren't there 3 ships? Maybe there was. I don't know. I thought that as well, to be honest. Although they might be separate expeditions. They might be the flagship from different expeditions. I'm not quite sure. But who's the explorer associated ships? That's what I'm saying. Number 4, which company produces the Heroes brand chocolates? Oh, Gary's looked up. The Nina and Pinta were 2 different ships, right? I see. Okay, you get the gist anyway. The question stands. Which Italian astronomer of the 17th and 18th century gives his name to the gap between the rings of Saturn? I'm gonna go and look that stuff up, Gary. Might give you a might get you on the board for that. We'll see just a second. Right now, you all tell me you're ready. Ready. The Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. Hey, Uranus joke every single time. No problem. Back of the net. Chameleons are ready. Let's do it. Did you get the letter? I'm going to show you the answers. So hopefully you've got the letter by now, and hopefully you got your answers. Of course, it was letter C for cut my cheese. Here come the answers. Mark yourself 2 points for each of these. All right. Right. Number 1, Mutaya Muralitharan. 2010, top rated players of all time. He's a cricket player. All right. First question to get your name on the wheel of names. What country did he play for? Which test cricket nation did Mr. Muralitharan play for? India is not correct. Lorna's first on the answer, but India is not correct. Yes. You're not far away. Graham knows it. Look at that. Straight in there with Sri Lanka. Nice one, Graham. I shall put you on the wheel. You are the first name on the wheel of names tonight. If you don't know what I'm talking about, wheel of names, I've got this spinny wheel. I put names on it as we go through the quiz for answering various questions, doing various things. And we'll spin the wheel at the end. That's how we determine who gets the prizes, all right? So it's good. So real good. Now, Mutaya Muralitharan was a bowler, and he was a Sri Lankan bowler. So I need Bangladesh, good guess, but all right. Let's move on. Number 2, the American band with Peter as the singer. Peter Cetera was his name. Chicago is correct. Chicago. There are Chicago in the 80s. That's an awesome picture. I don't know how closely you can see it on whatever device you got. The real star is the guy in sportswear but no vest in the middle. It's like he's got a leather jacket on but nothing on underneath. That's mental. And it's not just a black leather jacket, it's a blue and red leather jacket or some kind of sportswear. I don't know what's going on. It's fantastic. Peter Cetera is that guy there with a blondie and the black jacket. Great band. Right. The Nina, the Pinta, I think I've got that wrong by the looks of your comments. And the Santa Maria, that is Christopher Columbus. Let's just check out the voyages. First four is the Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria. Yeah, 3 ones. Right, so it was Gary McInnes that flagged that up at first. So thank you, Gary. I'll put you on the wheel. There you go. Because, again, if you don't know, if you call out any of my mistakes, if I make mistakes, either typographical or factual, and you call it in the chat and you're first to do so, and you do it before I notice, then that's another way to get your name on the wheel. Okay. Right. Look, there's your 2 points of view there. Cricket is a brilliant game. Cricket is mince. There you go. You can choose which side of that debate you're on yourselves. Which company produced a box of miniature chocolate bars under the name Heroes? It's Cadbury. Cadbury's Heroes. There they are. That's what they look like. And the Italian astronomer of the 17th and 18th centuries gives his name to the gap between the rings of Saturn. It's Cassini. Cassini is the guy's name. So, tell me what you scored. You get 2 points per correct answer. So 10 bit of questions. But you add 2 points if someone on your team is a subscriber to YouTube. Hit the subscribe button down there. If someone on the team shares the quiz, you add 1 point. So that's up to 13. And if it is your birthday, you get 1 point for that. So maximum 14, but the usual minimum is 13. There's all the answers together. Janet's on that side of it. Marion's on that side of it. Ollie's saying it's the only game that England's good at. I would hesitate to disagree with that. England are also extremely good at, and well, you know, rugby. Have they not won the Rugby World Cup? Netball. Did they not win the Netball World Cup? Hockey. Are they not pretty good at that? England are pretty good at most sports, has to be said. We are not in Scotland because we're above that kind of thing. We're intellectual, psychotic, you know. Copernicus, that's a reasonable guess. Now he's Polish, though, isn't he? Not rather than being what did I say? Italian. Just going to check this guy's full name. Giovanni Domenico Cassini. He discovered the gap between the rings in 1675. He's like, look at me, baby. Had a gap in the rings there. And they were like, no way, Cassini. You're right. Scotland are good at fighting, judo, bowling. Well, England are good at fighting. Those got boxers, haven't they? That do well. We've had a few boxers that do all right from Scotland. Good at croquet. Damn right. To be fair, I quite like cricket. I like cricket. I like the way that they've invented a game that can be played for 5 full days back to back and still be a draw. I like that. I think it's like, you know, it's kind of the opposite of the Americans. Calico. That was the name of the all right. Bonus question. Which mid-80s cartoon TV series was set largely on a ship called the Calico? Right? Mid-80s. You turn on TV any given afternoon, there's probably this show on. It's a cartoon show. It's still a big entertainment franchise to this day. No, not Captain Pugwash. It's been made into like Hollywood films and stuff like that, but in the 80s it was a crappy cartoon. That's it. Godzilla. Craig is correct. I gotta get you on the wheel. This is how you get on the wheel. Answer these mad little questions that just crop up as we go. With Godzuki. That was with the comedy Godzilla baby one. Right, I better get on with it. I did start late. Let's well done, Craig. You're on the wheel. I went to the Ashes once. I went to one day at the Ashes at Edgbaston. It was a great day. There wasn't much cricket played. They went off for bad light. It went off for rain. Everyone just got drunk. It was pretty good. Okay, pictures. Here we go. Five picture questions. Number one is about video games. Can you name this 1980s arcade game? I'll give you some clues. The answer is a single word, and the word begins with letter G. So there's 2 fairly strong clues. Exactly, yeah. Godzuki was like Scrappy-Doo. Exactly. The theme tune was all like, dun, 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 Godzilla! And then a little sort of gentle comedy music coming, do, 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 and Godzuki! And Godzuki would tumble across the deck and everybody would laugh. Rubbish. Number 2, tribal art. This ancient pottery figure came from a tribe that lived on which continent? South America, Africa, or Asia? South America, Africa, or Asia? Where is that tribal art from? It says ancient. I don't think it's that ancient. It might be about 500 years old, something like that. I'm not quite sure, to be totally honest. That's just memory. Right, number 3. I've had the picture in my database for a long time. Number 3, this is a poster or some poster art for which blockbuster film came out in 2018? Name that movie from the poster. I think most of you will know that. Number 4, branding. This is the badge and the hood ornament for which make of car? It's a British make of car. So Louisa was saying pugwash as well. I think pugwash was on the Black Pig. I think that was the name of the on Captain Pugwash. Good show. Kind of useless pirate, Mr. Pugwash. And the last one in the pitch around, classic animal question here. Classic 50-50 animal question going on here. Is this monkeys or apes? Okay, look him right in the eye and think to yourself, is that a monkey or an ape? Is that an ape or a monkey? You know those two things are different. Of course you do. You've come to an online quiz. Yes, basic stuff you know. But which are these? That's less easy. Right, quick recap. Number 1, name the video game. It starts with a G. It's one letter. Sorry, one word. Answer. Arcade game 80s. I remember it from the 90s as well. I'm sure it was quite popular then. Late 80s, certainly. South America, Africa, or Asia. Where does this tribal art come from? Thank you very much, Marion, for telling me already. Poster art for which film? The film came out in 2018. Name the brand. British car. Answer might start with a B there, you know. And apes or monkeys? Oh, is that right? Calico or Calypso? I said Calico, but I could be completely wrong. It might have been the Calypso. I thought it was the Calico. I'll look that up now. Godzilla brackets. See, there's so many different Godzillas. 1978 TV series. That sounds about right. Look, yeah, this is it. It's the Calico. I was right. Yeah. Calypso was Jacques Cousteau's boat, was it not? So you all ready? Arian's ready, Janie's ready, Ollie's ready. Don't stop believing. Hang on to the feeling. What's everyone been listening to recently? I want to know that. I want to know what you're listening to. Like pop music. Me and the kid have been listening to Eurovision 2020 today. All the songs that didn't get songs at Eurovision. So good. Loads of great songs. And earlier this week, I was listening to quite a bit of Kate Bush. Of course. A regular habit around here. Right, Peaky Pfeiffer's, Tim's ready, Louisa's ready. Pete and Diesel. That sounds dirty as hell. Never heard of them. I'll write these down. I like to get the occasional sort of insight into what people are thinking, so I could put some different stuff in the music rounds. Pete and Diesel. Now, without knowing anything about Pete and Diesel, they sound like they're Scottish. Sound like they do traditional music. Happy birthday is my tune today. Hey, Emma, it's your birthday. All right. You remember I had a point onto your score. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Emma. Happy birthday to you. +1 on. They're from Storm. Of course they are. Name like Pete and Diesel. That's a hell of a lineup. Dodie Fryer, Little Big, and Alan Hogan. Right. I think you're all ready. Let's get on with this. Oh, you're welcome, Emma. Happy birthday. Right, here come the answers. Ready? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Picture round answers. Name of this game, right? You're running about rooms. All these ghosts are trying to get you. And you're like a magician or a fighter. It's like Dungeons and Dragons style. It's called Gauntlet. Gauntlet. Oof. That's a bummer, Ollie. Look at that. A shed load of One Direction vinyl. Very poor. I don't know. Why not? You know, my dog, Christmas Eve. You know, and it just for her, it just makes this whole time of year fantastic. It's just one thing after another. It's great. She loves it. Number 2, this ancient pottery figure came from a tribe that lived on which continent? South America is the right answer. It's the Moche people who lived in what is nowadays Peru. That's a priest executing somebody with a big tea thing. Number 3 is Black Panther. I think most of you would have got that. Guy's dead now. It's amazing. Anyway, Black Panther. B is for Bentley. Hey, everyone's saying happy birthday. That's nice. For Emma, happy birthday, Emma. And the last one, right? Monkeys or apes? What's going on here? They are olive baboons, and that makes them monkeys. They are technically. Aye, but it's not all about the avarice and the acquisition of goods, is it, Janet? It just contributes. I mean, like, you know, from a daughter's point of view, anyway. I mean, she's interested in presents. She just turned 11, you know. And we could try to keep it quite separate. Two different things. Her birthday is Christmas Eve, so it's up until Christmas Eve. It's all about her birthday. And then flips over to Christmas on Christmas Day. But we don't do Christmas that heavy. It's much more about her birthday this time of year. And she's delighted to be 11. She's very impressed with herself. Didn't get a video game. Yeah, that was difficult. Kirsten went Galactica. Yeah. Yeah, difficult round. 6 for the Pavlov's dogs. We got 4 there. We got 4 there. Got the first 3 wrong. Didn't get Black Panther. Bentley and Monkeys. No idea on 1. Then went ape. Hey. Big hand for Shand. Yeah. Yeah, I used to play Gauntlet in the QM up the hill. Great stuff. Right, okay, let's move on. Sound round. It's voices tonight, you know, and something you never thought was going to happen has happened, which is that there's no Brian Blessed tonight. I've temporarily run out of Brian Blessed. I've got somebody sent me a load of Brian Blessed autobiography audio, which I haven't broken in the clips yet. So I've run out of Brian Blessed. There is no Brian Blessed. I had to do this at the last minute, so I don't know. Maybe give Brian Blessed thing a rest. We'll see. Anyway, I'm going to play you 5 voices. Oh, God. I just realised I've not actually got these ready, have I? I'm going to have to talk a little bit just to fill in while I arrange these voices. Shit. Hang on. Or did I do them? And I just forgot that I did them. No, I've got to go and look. Right, okay. It's going to take a couple of seconds, folks, but I'm going to play 5 voices. Here we go. And you've just got to identify the speakers. Where are we? Quizzes. Go down through my folders here. Questions, audio, voices. Right, here we go. Get the... Sorry about the small delay. We're not going to finish on 8 o'clock tonight, are we? Absolutely no chance. But I think at this time of year, it's not so bad, you know, because, I don't know. Are you all rushing off to work first thing in the morning? Got these now. Just got to drag them over one at a time to the player. There's 2. See, the kid's at home, so I've got to spend more time hanging out with her and less time preparing these quizzes within an inch of my life. So that's my fairly thin excuse, to be honest. We're not having this already, but we're just about ready. Oops, what have I done? I've renamed something. See, that's what happens when you hurry. I think I've renamed Larry Hagman as someone else. There we go, that's the one I was looking for. Right, here we go, I'm ready now. So, back to this. We want Brian. Right, okay. Still gonna guess Brian Blessed. I'm with Graham. Right, okay. Yeah, Mr. Blessed will be back. I mean, it's just the thing about him is he's massively entertaining. Right, here come the voices. With no further ado, here we go. Here is voice number 1. Who's this?
I liked not looking like me. It was 4 hours of makeup every day. We'd have to wake up, like the first makeup call was 1:30 in the morning.
That's ridiculous.
And then the thing that I did, I love going to ape school. I had to go to ape school before.
No, this for 2 years.
That was someone talking about playing a part in Planet of the Apes. Okay. Number 2 is someone talking about their national service. Who's this?
For 2 years, I was just filling in ledgers and filling up petrol, and I was in the. So I was a non-tech, grounded, and I just did all that for 2 years. But at the same time, I learned the trumpet.
You know, very.
It's definitely not the same without Brian Blessed, is it? Right. Voice number 3 is someone talking about the death of a colleague in 2010. Who's this?
You know, I'm very angry that because he beat throat cancer, you know, and he just wouldn't look after himself. His family, his friends, everybody tried to get him to do the right things, but he wasn't a big eater, you know, and in the end, that's what caught up with him.
He wasn't a big eater, and in the end, that's what caught up with him. So that was 2010. It's a person talking about a colleague of theirs, really, at that person's funeral. But who was talking? That's what I'm asking there. Number 4 is somebody talking about her experience on a French chat show.
Oh my goodness. This was quite something. I mean, I had this moment where I thought, I'm actually in Lost in Translation. It was so bizarre. I walked onto the show and it was all in French, and they had explained to me that I was going to have an earpiece and there would be an interpreter and so on, which there absolutely was, and it seemed very strange. And I thought, okay, I'm sure this will work somehow, and I hope my earpiece doesn't break. And there was also another woman interpreting what I was saying in French as I was speaking in English. So basically 3 voices.
Well, that sounds like hell, doesn't it? Right, the last one is a character, a comedy character. Who is the actor? That person.
There's one more reason, something called global warming. It sounds complicated, but in a nutshell, old Mother Earth is heating up like a dirty great big cake. And if we're not careful, the icing's going to melt. Something's got to give. Mother Earth, she's give just about enough.
Fantastic. So I think you probably want to hear those again. I'm going to play them once again fairly quickly. The first one is an actress talking about a job she had doing Planet of the Apes. Who is this?
I liked not looking like me. It was 4 hours of makeup every day. We'd have to wake up, like the first makeup call was 1:30 in the morning.
That's ridiculous.
And then the thing that I did, I love going to ape school. I had to go to ape school before.
Had to go to ape school. Right. Number 2 is a person talking about their national service.
For 2 years, I was just filling in ledgers and filling up petrol, and I was in the. So I was a storeman, non-tech, grounded, and I just that for 2 years. But at the same time, I learned the trumpet.
But at the same time, I learned the trumpet. Number 3 is a person talking about a recently deceased colleague, talking it just after their funeral.
You know, I'm very angry that because he beat throat cancer, you know, and he just wouldn't look after himself. His family, his friends, everybody tried to get him to do the right things, but he wasn't a big eater, you know, and in the end, that's what caught up with him.
Number 4 is a person literally kind of complaining about how tough it is being a celebrity.
Oh my goodness. This was quite something. I mean, I had this moment where I thought, I'm actually in Lost in Translation. It was so bizarre. I walked onto the show and it was all in French, and they had explained to me that I was going to have an earpiece and there would be an interpreter and so on, which there absolutely was, and it seemed very strange. And I thought, okay, I'm sure this will work somehow, and I hope my earpiece doesn't break. And there was also another woman interpreting what I was saying in French as I was speaking in English. So basically 3 voices.
Oh my God, how awful! Right, and the last one is a comedy character from the 1990s. Who's this?
There's one more reason. Something called global warming. It sounds complicated, but in a nutshell, old Mother Earth is heating up like a dirty great big cake. And if we're not careful, the icing's going to melt. Something's got to give, because old Mother Earth, she's give just about enough.
Oh, what a line. I love that. Right, okay. 3 blind. Graham. Right, you ready? I'm going to tell you the answers, folks. Tricky round. I see Marian's going 5 guesses there, not a single one certain on. Let's find out what happens. So the first one, everyone ready? Yeah, I think you're. Yeah, of course, you're all ready. You must have guesses by now. Thank you, Kirsten. Right. First one is the woman talking about being on Planet of the Apes. That's Helena Bonham Carter, right? Who really is as posh as she sounds. I think her great-granddad was the Prime Minister or something like that. Number 2, talking about national service gig, which would have been probably the 50s. That was Roy Castle. Roy Castle. Trumpet maestro. Record breaker. All-round entertainer. Much loved. Everybody loved Roy Castle. 2 points for Roy Castle. Number 3 is General of Alex the Hurricane Higgins. It's Jimmy White who's talking there. Jimmy White was friends with Alex Hurricane Higgins, and that was at the funeral. 4 was to listen to French and all that. It's Kate Winslet having a wee cry about how hard life is. And the last one, from the Fast Show, Eco Warrior, Dave Angel. That's Dave Angel. I never really watched the Fast Show that much. Had a couple of, but there's some great stuff on it. That's the best. Dave Angel, Eco Warrior. Bonus question to get yourself on the wheel. I don't think I had one last round, but what's the name of the guy who plays Dave Angel, Eco Warrior? What's the name of the comedian? First person who can answer that will get their name on the wheel. On the wheel names, where we will be finding prize winners later on. It's not Paul Whitehouse. It's not Clint 4. Yeah, Simon Day is correct. Craig's got that, and Craig gets himself the wheel for the second time tonight. Nice work. Yeah, Simon Day. Very funny. Very good. Paul Whitehouse was one of the people on the show, but different fella. There was 4 or 5 of them. I watched a decent documentary on YouTube a couple of weeks ago about the Fast Show people, and they're all a bit older, apart from well, they're all still there, apart from Aaron, who's obviously dead. But for one of these looking back at how great things, it was actually quite good. They're usually just kind of trite. It's pretty good. Anyway, blah blah blah. Right, time for an anagram. It's an anagram. Well, hang on. Started on it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Right, wait a second. I've got this all wrong. This is because I didn't have time. I didn't check through it today, right? So just give me a couple of seconds to fix this up. Where are we? Here. It's not even an anagram, it's a conundrum. All over the place today. Conundrum. Just fixing this up folks. I'll be there with you in just a second. Right, that should be it. So let's get back on. What a night. Right, okay, conundrum. So you got to unscramble the 9 letters and give us a new give us an answer which is an English word, the only 9-letter English word you can get out of these. Here we go. Icy balsa. You got 60 seconds to solve it. Don't shout this out, by the way. Don't shout this out in the chat. Just say that you've got it if you've got it. And anyone who does get it in the 60 seconds will get 3 points. So you try and jiggle those icy balls and see what you get. Yes, Simon Day did play the competitive dad. That's right. Yeah, that was a good character. It's hilarious, actually. He'd take his son out fishing, playing squash or something like that. Absolutely thrash him. Say, that's a lesson to you. Yes, like that. And he won against his 9-year-old kid. If Miss Snow was yes, I know we miss her, don't we? If she was here, she'd have something to say. It's anagram versus conundrum. I mean, it is an anagram, but I call it a conundrum because the anagrams are a bit different. You all got it. Time's up. Well, there's only 4 if you're saying you got it. Maybe it's difficult. I don't know. 3 points if you did get the right answer. Correct answer is basically. Basically. 3 points if you got basically. Well done. Right, let's move on. Let's try and pick the pace up a little bit. Time for a hexo. Actually, I better get on because hexo does take a while. So, like, just to demonstrate how hexo works, in case you don't know, it's this. You get a grid. There's letters. I'll give you clues, and you have to solve the clues by finding letters on the grid. So you see the first one there, lead singer of Queen. That is the legendary Freddie Mercury. So you're looking for FM on the board. Oh, look, FM. You see? And then the second one, UK state broadcaster. That'll be the BBC. Where's that? There it is. BBC. So that's what you do. Answers overlap. And the letters that make up an answer are contiguous. You know what I mean? So that's just an example. That's how it's right. Now, here's the actual hexo for tonight. So the first one is Snoopy's owner. Hang on. Syllabic. Oh, you might be right. Syllabic. Yeah, you can get syllabic out of that. Oh, cats, that's superb. Yeah, you have 3 points for that one. Certainly. And I'll put you on the wheel for spotting an error because I try and make those conundrums, you know, like a unique answer. Is syllabic a word on its own? I'll check that in a minute. Anyway, number 2 on the hexo, Dorset writer, died in 1928. So a novelist and a poet. Very often wrote about the southwest of England, where he was from. Born in Dorset and died there as well in 1928. Syllabic needs 2 A's, not enough S's. What? No, it's an anagram. Now he's talking about a conundrum instead of basically. He's saying that you can also get syllabic. That's what he's saying. Number 3 on his hexo board is a government agency or you know, body that's responsible for universal credit. Government agency or body responsible for managing and implementing universal credit. 3 letters. You see the number in the brackets. That's how many letters you're looking for. Basically, he's got 2 A's. Oh, you're right. There's an A left over. Oh, fuck. I give up. Right, oh, cats. No, you can't have syllabic. Number 4 on this hexo. NFL, that's American football. NFL team based at the Mercedes Superdome. 3 letters. So the name of an American football team. NFL franchise, who are currently based at something called the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Sorry, I understand what you're all saying now. See, when old Katz said that about syllabic, I wrote basically down, crossed off the letters, and went, all right, aye, sure. Totally failed to notice that I hadn't crossed out an A, so... Ah, well, we got there in the end, Phil. It's all right. Okay, and the last one, number 5, a pop star. Born in 1965 with the real name Mark McLachlan. That's not his stage name. That's not his showbiz name. Probably one of the greatest singers to have ever lived, by the way. Born in 1965 with the name Mark McLachlan. What's his showbiz name? So once you've found all those 5 answers on the Hexo grid, then let me know. None of the answers overlap. None of the letters are used twice. And the letters that make up each answer are, you know, contiguous. They're next to each other. So tell me when you are ready, and I will show you the answers for tonight's Hexo. Hexomatic. Don't panic. Got a nice extra bonus sponsor for tomorrow night. But Jen Hazelmeyer has put up some puffin coasters. High quality coasters like that. That's size. With pictures of puffins on them. Nice. If I didn't post them on Facebook, I'm sure I did post them on Facebook today. If not, I'll post them later on. But you can win them tomorrow night on the quiz. So thanks very much. Jen, if you're here, I think I saw Felix's name earlier. I'm presuming that Jen Hazelmeyer and Felix Hazelmeyer are in some way connected or related. Right, tell me if you're ready. Jonathan Doyle has only got 2. No, really? I suppose, yeah, no, they are quite difficult, right enough. Just looking at them again. Marion's got 3. Not many people are saying they're ready, right? Yeah, no, fair enough. Jenny is here. Well, thanks very much, Jenny. It's a great looking prize to add it to this, but it'll be tomorrow night, and have a look on the Facebook later on, folks. Great prize. Worth £16. And if you want a nice gift for someone who's keen on puffins or just good design, then it's good stuff. Actually, I might be able to give you the link. No, because I was on Firefox earlier, and I'm on Chrome now. So if I look actually on my Facebook inbox at the same time, I should be able to get this link. Just starting just now, not sure if I'll catch up before the end. Well, the amount of mistakes I'm making, the amount of time I'm taking, Phil, you'll probably be finished pretty soon. Guessing letters now, says Michael. So Snoopy's owner is a cartoon character. The Dorset writer, he had a fictional county called Barsetshire, I think, which he wrote about, which was kind of like Dorset. Universal credit, the people who dole out that. 3 letters. A big government department. NFL team based at Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The first 2 letters of that are the place. And the last letter is, you know, the other part of the name. You know what I mean? And Mark McLachlan, absolutely fantastic pop star. Just it was in a band. He's done solo stuff, and he's also been a West End and Broadway star. So I'll just give you a few clues there because it looks like it's a difficult one. I'm waiting for a couple more people to tell me that you're ready. Oh, there's the link I was looking for. I'm gonna have a look at JennyHazelmeyer.com. Very fantastic puffins. Right, okay. There's a few more ready now. Let's do it. Here come the answers. Right, it looks like a difficult round. So Snoopy's owner. I think that's one of the easier ones. It's CB, Charlie Brown. CB. Remember, you don't actually have to get the correct answer, the full answer. You just need the letters. If you get the letters, that's what you need for the 2 points. Number 2, Dorset writer, died in 1928. It's Thomas Hardy. Old TH to his pals. Close friends get to call him TH. Universal Credit Agency is the DWP. It's the Department for Work and Pensions. There it is, top left, DWP. Number 4, Mercedes-Benz Superdome is the home of the NOS. That's New Orleans Saints. And the pop star, born in 1965, probably the greatest singer to have ever lived, is Marty Pellow. MP, bottom right. So let's take away those other letters. There we go. Charlie Brown, Thomas Hardy, Department for Work and Pensions, New Orleans Saints, and Marty Pellow. What did you score there? That sounded like it was pretty difficult. Pete and Diesel. Just looking at that written down. Pete and Diesel. I think he was fairly old by the time he popped off, you know. I think he was writing in the 19th century. But, you know, kept it going. Yeah, he was 87, so he was born in 1840. Famous novels were 1870s, 1880s, 1890s. So he pegged it out, you know. Final years. What does it say? Hardy was horrified by the destruction caused by the First World War. Well, that's not particularly special, is it? Everybody was in that position. Bloody hell. He died just after 9 p.m. on 11th of January 1928, having dictated his final poem to his wife on his deathbed. Wow. You're about to die, and you're like, ah, man, I've got a poem. It's quite a good one. Write this down. That's amazing. No. Nah, you get him right, Louisa. Now, if I start saying yes to that, then it's just going to open the floodgates. Love you very much. I want you to score as well as you can, but I'm not giving you points for that. No. Yeah. I saw him doing The Lawyer out of Chicago at the King's in Glasgow. Got the author wrong. Yeah, it's a difficult one. I don't know the Monty Python World's Funniest Joke sketch. I know people die because of it, but I don't really know much about it. I've never seen it. Or I have seen it, but like 30 years ago or something. You can't beat accordions. So someone kept on asking me for the Dark Island. I have been practicing the Dark Island. I've got the melody now. I've just got to try and work out the chords. Right, let's move on. Hangman, time for a hangman. You know how to play this. Shout out letters to give me an order to reveal them in. It doesn't really matter if you get them right or wrong. It's just to give me a feed of letters. But whoever puts the first correct answer into the chat will go on to the wheel of names. So let's have a look what we got tonight. A film from the year 2000. Start guessing letters, folks. So that I've got... What? That's an outrage. Didn't get Marty, and one of us is from Clydebank. That's your Clydebank passport rescinded. Right, Felix giving us a G, and Gary's giving us a P, Michael's giving us H, GPS E, Janie O, Tim Y, Margaret Ann's giving us a P. Basic Instinct and Blade Runner. I don't think it's either of those. Let me just what we got? GSP. I've written these down on the top of other letters. That doesn't help, does it? A. I might might not be the order you did them in, because I've literally written them on top of some other letters here. OYP. O. Y. Yep, the Y. Someone's going to get it, I think. P. Is there any P's there? No, there's no P. No P, no S, no G, no H. Blade Runner, no. Ocean's 11, no. Simon's giving us a G. Let's have a look. No, there's no G. Johnny English, no, that's not right. A lot of people loved this film. Very, very popular. Like a feel-good film. Good for the soul. Usually a bit too straight for me, but I quite like it. Craig's giving it an R. That's it. Keep the letters coming, folks, so that I can keep giving you letters. Hey, we've got a right answer. Graham S is first. Billy Elliot is correct. Fantastic. Good answer. It's the ballet boy. Hello, hello. We are the ballet boys. We're up to our knees in tights. Billy Elliot. And that is Graham S. Nice one, Mr. Scotland. You're on the wheel for the second time tonight, as is Craig. Kirsten was just behind, a fraction of a second behind, but it was Graham, got that. Nice work. Carolyn was there as well, very close behind. Good luck. Right, we've got 2 more quick rounds to go. It's after 8. I'm getting worse and worse for the time. Let's do this round nice and fast. It's the 50-50 round. You just got to pick the right answer, okay? It's holiday season, you know, everything's just a little bit more relaxed. So 2 rounds to go to get your final score tonight. Number 1 here is about English history in the Middle Ages. What was the name of Alfred the Great's kingdom in 9th century England? Was he the king of Mercia or the king of Wessex? Alfred. Who was a real person. By the way, mixed up with sometimes, who's sort of semi-mythical. But Alfred the Great was a real chap. Where was he in charge of? Was it Mercia, Wessex? That's question number 1. Number 2. Ooh, I could crush a grape. What colour are the skin of Zinfandel grapes? Black or green? Zinfandel. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Zinfandel? Zinfandel. Could be any of those. But what colour are those grapes? Are they black or green? Number 3 in the 50-50 round. Which of these countries has qualified for the FIFA World Cup bracket men's football tournament the greatest number of times? Saudi Arabia or South Africa? So ever since the start of the FIFA World Cup back in 1930, which one of those countries has qualified for the tournament most often? Saudi Arabia or South Africa? Did he burn the cakes? Yeah, something like that. I'm not quite sure what that's all about. I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember what it's actually about. Right, horse sex question. What sex are of the horses who race in the Oaks, which is one of what they call the classics, the classic horse races? One of them is called the Oaks. What sex are the horses in the Oaks, male or female? That's number 4. Number 5, bad films. Which of these 2015 films a rating of 0 stars out of 5 by new minimum is 1 star. Even if a film's terrible, to give it 1 star. But on this occasion, the New York Daily News said, "No, it's not even getting 1 star. It's getting 0 stars." So which film was that? Was it Furious 7 or Pixels? Okay. That's question number 5. Right, a quick recap on these questions, and then we'll get on to the answers. So number 1, Alfred the Great, Mercia or Wessex? What was his kingdom? 9th century, the 800s, the Dark Ages. What colour are the skin of Zinfandel grapes, black or green? One for the wine people. Who's qualified for the World Cup the most? That's the Men's Football World Cup. Saudi Arabia or South Africa? What kind of horses race in the Oaks? Male horses or female horses? That's a 50-50 question. And which film got 0 stars from the New York Daily News instead of the usual basement bottom floor of 1 star? Furious 7 or Pixels? I'll look up this Alfred the Great cakes thing. Like, how's that made it into history that a medieval king once burnt some cakes? Is that a thing? Cake legend. Right, I can read this out just while you're saying you're ready. A legend tells how when Alfred first fled, blah, 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 I won't say where, just in case it gives away the question, he was given shelter by a peasant woman who, unaware of his identity, left him to watch some wheaten cakes she had left cooking on the fire. "Oh, you look after them. I'm going to go out for a little bit." Preoccupied with the problems of his kingdom, Alfred accidentally let the cakes burn and was roundly scolded by the woman upon her return. Right. There is no contemporary evidence for the legend, but it is possible that there was an early oral tradition. The first time that it was actually written was about 100 years after Alfred's death. So, right, he turns up. He's on the run. She doesn't even know he's the king. Never leave a royal in charge of any kitchen stuff. You know what I mean? They just screw it up. Useless. It was in a Ladybird book. It'd make a brilliant page in a Ladybird book. Right, you all ready? You're all a bit slow tonight. I think it's maybe difficult tonight. I don't know. I like it when you all tell me en masse that you're ready. Right, Middle Ages. Who? No, not who. Where was the kingdom of Alfred the Great? 2 points for each of these. Make sure you've got all 5 answers ready. I'm about to tell you the answers. So Alfred the Great was king of Wessex. Wessex. There's the map. That's super simplified, but that was the basic scene before the Danes came in. Northumbria in the north, Mercia is the middle, and Wessex was the south. And Wessex was Alfred's bit. That's 9th century England, before the Danes came and screwed everything up. Zinfandel grapes are black. I don't know why you would know that. It's just potentially for wine people. Which countries qualified greater number of times? Saudi or South Africa? It's Saudi Arabia. 5 times they've been to the World Cup. South Africa only 3 times. Slow saying ready because it's difficult tonight. That's all right. That's okay. That's good to know. What type of horses race in the Oaks? It's female horses, lady horses. Yeah. Know what I mean? Just going to look that up. I've got the female horses. And the worst film of all time, the only film, I think only film to that point that it got a 0 rating, was Pixels. All right. A massive Pac-Man comes from space and starts eating the world, and Adam Sandler has to stop it. Amazing. Oops. We went on. There's the answers there. The Oaks. I'm just looking up the Oaks. Specifically 3-year-old fillies at Epsom. You get £250,000 if you win the Oaks, if you're the owner. Pretty cool. And is it a flat race or is it hurdles? I think it's flat, isn't it? All the classics are flats. Must be in the summer. Let's see what time of year it is. Can't see it. All right, late May or early June. There it is. I was just piquing my interest. Didn't get the grapes, though thought I knew it. Or the shite film one. Aye. Yeah, difficult. Yeah. Back the wrong horse. 6 out of 10. 8 out of 10 for Pavlov's dogs. It is a difficult quiz tonight, is it not? Right, well, May, June, they're saying. Right. Speaking of classic horse races, here's another question to get you on the wheel. Name another classic horse race. I think there's 5 classics in English horse racing. Name another one apart from the Oaks. 2 of them are at Epsom, 2 are at Newmarket, and 1's at Doncaster. First person to name another classic, one of the so-called classics. Yeah, you all know this. 1,000 guineas. Good stuff, Louisa. Excellent. I'm impressed at the speed with which you all got that. 1,000 guineas, 2,000 guineas. They're both at Newmarket. The Oaks and the Derby are both at Epsom, and the one at Doncaster is the St. Leger. Right? There you go. Horse racing. Let's move on. It's double or bust time. Well done, Louisa. You are on the wheel. Nah, the Grand National is not. It's, I think all the classics are flat races. Yeah. Group 1 horse races run during the traditional flat racing season. Flat's the summer and the jumps is the winter. And the National is like the last race of the jump season, more or less. Okay. Double or bust goes like this. This is the last round for your score. Tonight, you get 4 points for right answer. That's double. But you run the risk of going bust. If you put one wrong answer during this round, you get 0 points for the round. That's bust. To avoid going bust, you can leave blanks. You don't have to answer every question. So it's lots of drama, high stakes. Here we go. 5 questions to sort out a big score. And it's been difficult tonight. Let's see how these are. Right, if a dog is a canine and a cat is a feline, then what type of animal is lupine? The word lupine refers to what type of animal? Hubie Halloween is voted worst Adam Sandler film, now worse than Jack and Jill. I watched Hubie Halloween. I thought it was all right. It's okay. I like Adam Sandler. I think he gets a bad rep, unjustly. Number 2, which 2 3-letter words give the common name for the solid form of carbon dioxide? So the solid form of carbon dioxide has a common name, which is 2 3-letter words. What is that name? Double or bust. Do you go for these or not? Do you get your paws out, or do you go? KG. Number 3 is English counties. This used to infuriate people in the pub when I used to ask questions about English counties. How are we meant to know that, Dr. Paul? It's just geography. Which English county is sometimes known by the alternative name, that's a typo, by an alternative name, Salop. All right, so Salop is kind of an old-fashioned name for which English county. What's the more common modern name for that? But people from there are known as Salopians. And I spotted the typo first, so no one gets any bonuses for that. Number 4, which World War II commander was nicknamed the Desert Fox? Not the Desert Fox, but the Desert Fox. What was the name? Okay, the Desert Fox was a nickname of a well-known commander from the Second World War. What was his real name? These are difficult. A difficult quiz tonight. And the last one, you might want to go for this, might be tempted by this. Got horses again. What decade did these things both happen? The SNP, Scottish National Party, won their first ever seat at the Westminster Parliament, and photo finish technology was used for the first time in British horse racing. And that is difficult, but have a guess if you want to go for it. What decade they both happened in? Different years, same decade. Okay, I'll replay these questions for you, and then it'll be time to show you the answers very soon. So, dog, canine, cat, feline. What is lupine? Number one. Number two, carbon. The solid form of carbon dioxide. What's 2 3-letter words? Which is the name for that? Ha! Easy. Bozu. Nice one, Mr. Doyle. Which English county is sometimes known by the alternative name Salop? Who was nicknamed the Desert Fox in the Second World War? And decade. First ever SNP seat at Westminster, and the first time they used photo finish technology in British horse racing to decide which horse had won, if it was close, you know. Right. Thank you, Louisa, saying you're ready. Simon is ready. Craig is ready. I'll wait for a couple more of those, then I'll give you the answers. In the meantime, I'm just going to quickly remind you at this point that I am hoping to get some tips. If you thought the quiz was worth a couple of pounds tonight, then that's what it's all about, you know, for me. Hoping to get some tips, trying to feed the family with this quiz action here. If you're not donating, that's fine. You don't have to, but if you do, thank you very much. I really appreciate the ones that do come in. Whether you are or whether you aren't, please like the quiz before you go away. Please hit that like button down there. And if you bother to share it, that's really helpful. Thanks very much. Okay, Boz out, say the Fabians. Going for it. Everyone's feeling this. Everyone doesn't give a monkeys going for it. Apart from Tim, who's keeping it cagey. Did you say you were flooded the other day, Tim? I'm sure I saw a comment, you saying you were flooded. All right. Did you get sorted out? Let us know. I was right. I'm sure I was in the middle of something. I was like, whoa, saw the comment, but I couldn't stop. And, you know, and later on, I was thinking, hang on, did Tim say he was flooded? Up in Aviemore. Going for 4 of them. Pretty decent. Right, come on, let's get the answers on. Let's find out your total scores. I'll get you to upload your scores after this. Here we go. Double or bust answers. Right, everyone's ready. Fantastic. Right, lupine. Lupine. Look at me. What an idiot. It's wolf. Wolf is the answer there. Obviously, that's a typo. I'm going to fix it because it drives me absolutely bananas. It's been one of those nights. I just didn't check it through. See, I pick up all those errors when I do a proof, but I just didn't really have the time today. And it will be on, probably be on the answers as well. So just take half a second to go and fix those. Oh no, it's actually okay on the answers. Right. Let's get back on. Okay. Wolf. Number 2. 3-letter words. 2 3-letter words meaning the solid form carbon dioxide, the dry ice. The 80s. Dry ice. 4 points for dry ice. Number 3, English counties. Shropshire. Yeah, come on. Where's Shropshire? There it is. It's near Wales. It's on the border with Wales. west from Birmingham, you go through Shropshire. Shrewsbury's in there. Ludlow, I think that's there. Quite countrified, you know, quite rustic. And quite nice. So, the Desert Fox, Irvin Rommel. There he is. Look, they made a film. James Mason. I think it is anyway. Don't think that's. I don't know if there was an actual film, but it was the first grab that I got off of Google Images today, early this morning. I did have the computer on today. I had it on early this morning and doing the quiz, but I had it off most of the day. Went to Morrison's this afternoon. It was great. And number 5, this could be it. This could be the deciding question, whether you get bust or not. If you do get bust, tell us which one you got bust on. Say what you put. It's always interesting for everybody to see what you got bust on. But number 5, the SNP won their first ever seat at Westminster, and photo finish came into play with the horse racing. It was the 1940s. All right. One last trivia question to get you on the wheel. Which Scottish town did the SNP get their first ever seat in? It was a by-election. It was a couple of months before the 1945 general election, and they won a by-election there. Tim's telling us about what happened. Let's have a look. So managed to restrict the water by filling buckets for 2 hours while my partner mopped it up as it crept under the door. Oh, we're in Cambridgeshire, nowhere near a river. I thought you were up in Aviemore, Tim. So where did the water come from? If you're nowhere near a river. Was it a pipe? Burst pipe or something? Hey! 20 out of 20 for Mr. Doyle. Big 68 in the end. I think that'll be pretty much the top score, judging by how difficult it was tonight. 16 for Marion. Nicely played, Marion. 2 correct. Got the first 2 right, but didn't commit to them. Scared of dry ice. Would count as a gas rather than a solid. Nah, this is pellets. Use it for refrigeration. Use it for loads of things. Quite a good looking Wikipedia page, which I might read in full later on. Peaky Pfeiffer's got busted. Oh, cats are saying Aberdeen. Aye. Oh, that was my question, wasn't it? Right. Aberdeen, Dundee, Ayr. No, these are not right. Motherwell is correct. That's right. Mr. Doyle goes on the wheel. It was the Motherwell by-election. They held the seat for a couple of months, and then there was the general election, and they lost it again. So I don't know what it means. But John is on the wheel. That's what that means. Jonathan Doyle. There we go. What we're going to do is get you to upload your scores. Then we've got a few more games for names to get a few more names on the wheel. It's 21 minutes past 8, and I'll be spinning the wheel just about 8:30 for our prizes tonight. So I'm going to give you this link to upload your scores. I will do a league table later on. Buster number 5. I wonder if you went too early or too late. Buster on the last. Montgomery? No. Nah, it was Rommel versus Montgomery. They were against each other. Montgomery's troops were the Desert Rats. People get mixed up with this. The Desert Rats were the British troops under Montgomery, but the Desert Fox was Rommel. Is that right? Aye, I think so. Wishy. Right, here's what happened. A blocked ditch at the top of the road and a new housing estate with insufficient drainage. I'm sorry for your predicament. I'm not laughing at that. It's just a beautiful sentence. It's kind of poetic. A blocked ditch at the top. It's like it's a Smiths song. That's what it is. Morrissey. Blocked ditch at the top of the road. A new housing estate with insufficient drainage. That's like Morrissey circa 85. North Berwick. Nah. Trying to think too far out of the box. Usually it's pretty straightforward. Usually the I think there's a fairly standard rule in my quiz. The simple answer's too simple. You know what I mean? I was flooded by the top of the road housing estate. Heavens, I'm flooded now. I was looking for a pipe and then I burst a pipe. And heaven knows I'm flooded now. Those ugly new houses. Rat beats fox. I would agree. Can't beat a rat. 41 in total. 56 on solo. That's a nice one. Worst score ever for JD. Yeah! Right, what we're going to do, we're going to do some games for names. 60 points for Lumpy Gravy. That's decent. Good stuff. Try to see some other scores here. UK Alliance got 16 in the last round. 45 in the end for the Fifers, thanks to the 1940s. Got that one right. Did you know it? Or were you going out on a limb? I don't know all the signs they do. That'd be good quiz questions, actually, for picture round. Like, you know, when the umpires do things with their hands, and that means stuff. Like they're at a rave, but it means 6, or man out, or leg before, or something. You flood me right round, baby, right round. Like a flood, baby, right round. Good stuff. Rocking the floods. Who won? Upload your scores. I gave you that link already. I'll just put it in again, I think. There you go. Just follow that link. You upload your score. We'll get a league table built for later on. Now, what we got? Deadpool. We're about to do Deadpool. Do the link again in a minute. Prizes tonight are bread from the baker, who's back from Tenerife. And we also have from Mr. Wood's Fossils in the Grass Market in Edinburgh, which you cannot go to now, but you can go to their website. We've got the Trilobite, the 390 million-year-old Trilobite, and I'll also do at least a scratch card, maybe something else. But we need a few more names on the wheel, so we've got a couple more games. First game, games for names tonight. First game is Hangman. So we've got a couple more Hangmans here. I can't remember how many Hangmans we got, but we got at least one. So hit me with some letters, and let's play Hangman. It's a place, right? Geographic. Gary H. I'll write these down properly this time. H. Lewis is saying it's snowing again. We got hit by the snow earlier. We're walking to Morrison's. The child was very excited. Chameleons are saying X. Louise is saying R. Alan saying S. Simon saying G. Right. H, X, R, S, G. Let's try those. H. X. No X. No H, rather. No X. We've got an R? No R. We've got an S. Oh, yes, we do. Right, now I remember what it is as well. Well, where am I tonight, Felix? Yeah, there might be. Might be time for that. Might be time for where am I? I've got a couple set up. I'll do it, actually, because we didn't do it the other night. Right, what else we got? ZYA. No, not Ravelston Dykes, Craig, but I don't. It's not a million miles away. Z. No, there's no Z. I'm saying Y. There's no Y. Margaret Ann's going for an A. Yeah, there's a few A's. Yeah, Happy New Year to you. Doing quiz tomorrow night, Hogman 8, 9 o'clock if you're not out fighting or whatever. That's right. How the hell did you get that? That's ridiculous, man. How'd you get that? You've been hacking my computer. How can you get Davis's mains? Amazing. Now, if you're outside of Edinburgh, you might not know, but it's Davidson's Mains, which is a small area of northwest Edinburgh. Well done, Craig. That was brilliant. That's you on the wheel for the third time tonight. Not a record, but it's good. Where the heck is that? It's quite near Silverhouse. Sorry, that's a local one. I'm sort of making Wednesday the Edinburgh quiz. Obviously, anybody can play, but I've got a couple more Edinburgh. It's a suburb of Edinburgh, right? So it's a couple more sort of local things. This is more international. You'll get this. You don't have to be from Edinburgh to get this one. Here's one more. Get them letters up, folks. Davidson's mains. Yeah, Looney. You were tuned in. You went for Ravelston Dykes. Maybe you sensed I was going to do some Edinburgh stuff. Well, I'll take the first couple of letters from the last thing. E and F. Alan's given us an R. E F R S G I Y. Right, let's try these. E F R S. That's the first one. E. Yes, there's an E. F. No F. R. No R. S G I S. Not Paul. No. G. No G. I. No I. Alan's given us a Y, and Felix given us an A. Surely it's got to be. Yeah, there's an A. And Margaret Ann's given us a P. What we got? John Legend, John Lennon, Andy Murray. No, I don't think it's any of those. Oh, I remember who it is now. No, it's definitely none of those. No P. Tim's given us a V. Let's see if there's a V in this name. No, there's no V. It's not John Craven. That would fit. Good solve, but not right. Spedge. John Craven. Right. Alan's given us an O. This might give it away. Tim's given us the letter U. For undesirable neighbours. Margaret Ann's looking for a G. We've had G already. It's not there. And U, it's not there. Craig is looking for a J. For jousting. No. Who's this famous person? Yeah, nice one, Carolyn. Good solve. Coco Chanel is correct. Coco Chanel. Good solve. Difficult. Hangman and a really nice solve. Carolyn, you go on the wheel. There we are. Caroline. Say Carolyn or Caroline? Wait, that's written. It looks a bit like Carol. I'll say Caroline. Caroline Thompson. Very good. Felix, I was going to do something else, but Felix is looking for Where Am I? So let's do Where Am I? Although I don't know if Felix is going to get this first one here. Right. Games for names. First person to say where we are gets their name on the wheel. I'm going to show you a little bit of Google Street View. A real highlight, actually. Look, it's Helen's Unisex Barbers. But where are we? Well done, Caroline. That was brilliant. Coco Chanel. Right, let's just zoom out there a bit. Where we got? Look at this. What is this hellhole? What's up here? Market Square. Let's go to Market Square. Violet L. So there's lots of hair places. There's someone going for a walk. What's this? Whoa. Oh, did you see that? I might have given it away. Oh well. Moffat. Glasgow. No. Christorfen Gorgate. No, it's not Edinburgh. Stirling Slateford. Dublin. Bathgate. Whitburn. Linlithgow. Airdrie. Oh, hang on. I think Marion was ahead of you. Oh, but Alan was ahead of Marion. You all came in at the same time. I think you all caught a sight of it on the wall there. Teach me to have a look around these things. You see that? It was there, wasn't it? Airdrie Community Health Centre closed. No community health. What a place. It was great. Everyone's having a great time in Airdrie. Did I tell you about the time I went for a day out in Airdrie? You know, as an entertainment thing, it didn't really work out. Well, look, there's it on a sunny day. It still looks like a hellhole. Okay. Right, who was first? It was Alan. Yay! Nice work, Alan. I'm going to run out. I'm over time. Do one more. I've got a really good one, right? I've got a really good Where Am I? And I want to give you this. One more. I didn't get around to doing meat. I was going to do cheese or meat tonight, but ran out of time. Did you survive? Yeah, we survived fine. It was a Tuesday afternoon. Out here in the rain. There was nothing to do. I like to meet my friend David and go for slightly strange days out. And Airdrie was our choice for that day. But check this out. It's a really good Where Am I? Right, where am I? Whoops. How? Oh, Jesus. I've done the wrong thing again. Right, here we go. Right, where am I? This is great. Look, we're indoors, but we can go around as if we're on the streets. This is a great place. But what? Where are we? What city are we in? I mean, what's going on? It's just all pinball. You're right. You're right. Someone's got it right. I've just got to work out who got it first. Yay! It's Marion. Vegas is right. Yeah, this is the Pinball Hall of Fame, right? It's this museum where it's just pinball, 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 pinball. Is that Waterworld? Well, Kevin Costner, no way. Oh, not just pinball, also that nonsense. Look, ridiculous. It looks very much like Waterworld with Kevin Costner. Absolutely brilliant. Didn't know there was one of those. Nice work, Marion. You're on the wheel, right? I better get on the wheel because where does the time go? You know what I mean? I was going to do cheese or meat. I'll save that for tomorrow. Okay. Woohoo! Lucky yes. Aye. Well, it's a pretty Vegas type thing. I thought it was a good one because it's a little bit different, but eminent because it's indoors, but eminently guessable. I would struggle between thinking, right, do I want to live in Airdrie or do I want to live in Las Vegas? I think that would actually be a tough choice. I'll put it on Twitter after this. Where would you rather live, Airdrie or Las Vegas? Be interesting to see what the consensus is. Holiday, obviously Vegas, but would you like to live in Las Vegas? I'm not sure. Right, let's get on the wheel of names and get some prizes out here. Here we go. There's all the names, and they should be on the wheel up here. There they are. Oops. And if we do that, then we should see most of the wheel. There we are. Right, okay. So, prizes tonight. First prize, I'll do the first prize, which is £100,000 scratch card. Remember to listen out for computerized voice lady, see if she gets the pronunciation right tonight. Here we go. We're spinning. We are spinning. We are spinning. We are winning on the wheel. Graham, Gary went past Marius. Gary, who was first on the wheel tonight.
Garrett McInnes.
And computer lady still hasn't learned how to do that. But Gary McInnes, you are our first winner tonight. Nice work. £100,000 for you. Assuming that the scratch card lives up to expectations. Second prize tonight is the Trilobite, the 390 million year old trilobite. So you ready for this? Here we go. This is for the fossil from Mr. Wood's Fossils, who have an online shop. You go and check them out. Alan, Marion, Graham, Craig. Oh, Cats is going to get a fossil, I think.
Oh, Cats.
Okay, Tita. Nice one. Oh, Cats. Phil gets the trilobite. Excellent. I'll sort that out with Matt from Mr. Wood's Fossils. Good one. Right, okay. And the last prize is our sacred prize. Blessed be thy name. It's the breed, ladies and gentlemen, supplied to you by James the Baker of Herbie's West End. And I don't know if his shop's open at the moment, actually, with all the rules that are going on. But he will still be delivering, I'm sure. Go and check him out. I'll message him later, see if the shop's still open. I don't know. But it's time for the breed. You know the breed. 4 loaves of high-quality breed delivered right to your door if you live in the Edinburgh area. Here we go. Come on. Marion could do with the bread. There goes Marion. She's gone past Graham. Craig for a second time. Is it going to sneak past into Graham? Oh, Graham, right.
Graham, yes.
Gramis. Right, we've got a thing going on there. Now, Graham, well done, first of all, but I know that you're in Linlithgow, and I'm pretty sure that's out with the remit, boundaries, and patience of the baker. I don't think the baker goes to Linlithgow. You know what I mean? So we need to do something. I can send you a different prize. I can send you a scratch card, another scratch card, and we can spin again. How about that? Let someone else. Well, you're not getting the bread because you live outside the zone. So I'm going to send you a scratch card. Graham, this could bankrupt me if we keep coming up with people outside the zone. Right. Bad luck. It's a local sponsor, you know what I mean? And he delivers it himself. We're spinning again for the breed. Who's going to get a breed? Alan, Marion, Craig. Looks like it's Craig.
Craig Macbeth.
Craig Macbeth. Now, Craig, are you still here? 2 questions. Are you still here? And are you inside the Edinburgh area? And remember, Ratho doesn't count. Oh, all right. Well, there's the answer. So you are right. I remember. Yeah. So Craig won before, lives in Balerno, and encountered a grumpy baker. The thing about the baker is he's quite grumpy anyway, like as a default. No, I will, Graham. Don't worry about it. You know, I've said I'm going to send it. I'll send you. I mean, don't turn it down. Could be, imagine, 100 grand coming through your door. Come on. You got on the wheel. You spun yourself into contention. You're going to get a card whether you like it or actually, because I've got your address. So I'm sending it. Right, so, Craig, let's try putting your name to the baker. Hopefully I've still got your details. And we'll see if he can handle it. Let's see if Baker will do it. Well done. So we have winners. Well done to Gary, who wins £100,000. Well done to Ocats, who wins the Trilobite. Absolute belter. Well done to Graham S, who gets also £100,000. And well done to Craig, who once again has to face the wrath of the baker, but in return gets loads of nice bread. Or you can nominate someone near the city centre. But I think we'll leave it there. Thanks very much for doing the quiz, ladies and gentlemen. I will be playing. I'll bring cheese or meat back either tomorrow night or Friday. So the next quiz I'm doing is tomorrow night, 9 o'clock, Hogman A. No one can go out, so I've put a quiz on. And I'd love to see you there. Obviously, if you're doing something else, I'll totally, you don't owe me anything. But it'd be great to see you. I'll be here for you if you want to do a quiz tomorrow night. Yes, look at that. See, dreams do come true. My £100,000 card won me £1. That's what I'm talking about. That's the real stuff. That's a cash builder. That's the start of something big. No, I haven't, Louisa. You're just the last person. You and Bill are the last people that I haven't done the details for the Christmas Day, Boxing Day thing. I know. Yeah, sorry. No, I've got you on Messenger, so I should do that after this. Actually, just tidy up all the loose ends. Because I was left with quite a lot of admin after Christmas and Boxing Day. It was brilliant, by the way. Boxing Day. I'll do the same tomorrow, right? As what I did on Boxing Day. So if you have any unwanted Christmas presents, what I did on Boxing Day was I said, give me the presents as a prize. If you got something for Christmas, you just don't want it, right? Put it up for a prize, as long as you promise to send it to somebody who wins it. And by donating a prize in that way, that puts you on the wheel of names, so you can win something else. But it's also just brilliant up with soap, bracelets, Lynx Africa, a full set of Trivial Pursuit from Bill. Amazing, great stuff. Some other things I can't remember, but it was great. Yep. See you for Hogman 8, Michael. Yeah, I will. Nah, I need. I will hurry though, because what I've found with doing all this is I can't just leave it until if I get winners and then leave them all to the Monday, then I just don't get around, and it's horrible. And I'm late and all that sort of thing. So I'm always better just doing it as soon as I can. Balerno's what, 7,000 feet above sea level? Up there. Juniper Green, Balerno. It's all pretty Himalayan, isn't it? James Baker is the kind of guy who can drive through anything, though. Woof. Yeah. I can't wait to see how this one plays out. Thank you, Mr. C. Nice to see you again. So, finish off what I was saying. I'm doing tomorrow night, 9 o'clock, right here on YouTube. And then Friday is the 1st of January, and it is a Friday. So I'm just going to do standard 7 p.m. quiz on Friday on the 1st. Kind of hoping to do something slightly different in terms of format, but I don't know if I've got time, so it might just be the same format. Thanks for doing the quizzes. If this is your last one of the year, thank you very much for making 2020 a completely different year for me. Thanks to anyone who's donated. Really appreciate it. I'll put that donation link in again in case you're sitting there thinking, how can I give this boy a couple of quid for his charming 11-year-old daughter, who has excellent manners, by the way. All the adults who meet my daughter always say she's got such nice manners. She's so polite. Because it's really important. So we've drummed it in. There's cheese in the fridge. Great start to any sentence. I don't know what to do with it. I'll send you a picture tomorrow and you can decide if you want it as a prize. Same rules, delivery to Edinburgh and Lithgow. Wow. Yeah, I'll take that. 100%. Absolutely stick that on the prize. On the prize stuff. Glad to see someone delivers to Lithgow. Well, Graham, this is... I don't understand why Louisa does this, and I kind of don't want to know. I just kind of like the mystery of it. She said when she put the cake up that she'll deliver it to anywhere in Edinburgh or Linlithgow. I know she lives in Edinburgh, lives in Old Cross. Well, thank you very much, Tim. Stay safe, stay dry. Maybe put a bomb under those houses, get rid of them, send them back to whatever spillover estate they came from. Stay out of Tim's garden, folks. With your excess flood water. Jeez, oh. I've never been fleed. It doesn't look nice at all. Looks like one of the worst things that can come along. I've been burgled. That's not much fun. Never had fire. So I've had burglary, but never fire or flood. Been quite lucky like that. Right, there's the explanation. My Graham cares for a vulnerable person in Linlithgow, so he's there and back. Nice one. Yeah, Happy New Year, Craig. Thanks very much. Hope you're doing okay with work and everything. If I remember rightly, you were telling me that you were doing site work, were you not? Like, bit of a change. You were doing office stuff, but then when I remember you phoned in and you were doing like labouring essentially, or gardening or something like that. That's what I remember. I could be completely wrong. Sorry if I've mixed you up with someone. Because if we disregard, well, the scores will be interesting tonight. It'll be interesting to see what the scores are because it was difficult. Nice bit of difficulty. And last Monday was difficult. Obviously, got to make it like brutally simple for tomorrow night because there'll be quite a few people. But that might be fun as well. That'd be one where you just got to be careful, you know. Maybe one where you get a little too comfortable. Then there's a real dirty bitch in the double or bust, and it ruins the whole thing. You are a software engineer. All right, okay. Maybe I'm mixing you up with somebody. There was somebody I spoke to, and they'd been doing like maybe that sort of thing, kind of officey stuff anyway, computer stuff. But lockdown had led to them doing labouring and or gardening. I can't remember. I'm going to start doing Zoom quizzes, regular Zoom quizzes in the new year for all of you, like as well as trying to sell the Zoom quiz to companies. And it'll be good because we get to see the faces. Look up Western Isles by Pete and Diesel. All right. Yeah, I will. Write that down. Pete and Diesel. Keep wanting to say Pete and Dud every time I see that written down. Pete and Diesel. Where's it go? Western Isles. I will look. Thank you very much, Ollie. Appreciate it. All the best to you in Huddersfield. You're there, not stuck in Kent somewhere. Great stuff. Right, I'm getting out of here because I'm got all that admin from the other day to do. I've got to write tomorrow's quiz. And it was nice to have you all here. Hope you enjoyed the quiz. I am gone. I'm going to go eat some dinner, actually. That'll be good. I've got to stay off the food. I'm so fat. I just got to stay off the food. I think it's the only thing I can do. But fasting for a full day, I know some people do that. I've tried that. I can't do that. Need some dinner now. Right. Take care, folks. Stay well, stay alive, stay out of hospital. Thanks very much, Louisa. See you tomorrow. Right, good night.